South City on that beautiful jacket. And his opponent is from Glasgow in Scotland. Here he comes. 232 pounds. This is Roddy Piper with his bagpipes. As on the back of his t-shirt, San Francisco's finest. Lambert invites him into the ring. Okay, here we go. Piper, I guess we're going to perhaps hear a few of the bagpipes again. Saturday, July 15th for the U.S. title, Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Lean Mean Machine is here. I just wanted to tell you, it was such a pleasure coming to some big building named after a cow. It was so nice. I knew the minute I was there, just a couple of deep breaths, and I knew I was by the Cow Palace. And as soon as I got through all those lovely people cleaning the manure off their boots, it was such a pleasure to be there. Then, Moondog me, I come there with big speculations. I come there for the U.S. title. And what's the first thing they tell me? No U.S. title. No U.S. title? I say, I'll wrestle this man anyway. It don't matter to me. What do I see? He comes up to me, forehead to forehead, thinking he's tough, but I know what he's thinking. He's trying to psych me out. What do? I haul off and I slapped him right across his ugly mug. What does he do? He starts howling, "Arr! Arr!" and parading around, and the people start cheering. He's howling like a banshee. I think he's some kind of a nut. As if that's not enough, I look back at him, he's going like this. The man is sick. I thought he was doing some kind of a new disco dance. But then we got down to the nitty-gritty, did we not? Moondog Maine, I hit you right between your ugly, beady eyes, didn't I, Moondog? You know what he did? He hit me right back, right between my eyes. And down I went, and Moondog went, "Arr! Arr!" And I got up. And he hit me again, and down I went, and Moondog went, "Arr! Arr!" And I got up, and Moondog went, "Arr! Arr!" And he hit me again, and I got up, and again, and I got up. And then all of a sudden it was, "Arr! Arr! Arr!" And I hit him again. And I hit him again between his beady eyes. And I hit him again, and again, and again, until down he went. And he got up. And I hit him again, and down he went. And I hit him, and I hit him, and I hit him till he started to bleed. He started to bleed all over that ugly mug of his. And what happened? The referee stopped the fight. The referee says, "Moondog Maine cannot take any more punishment. Moondog Maine is through. Roddy Piper, you are the winner." I jumped with joy. And then look. Take a good look at me. This is what your hero did to me. This is what your hero did from behind, brother. He was not man enough. He knew that he could not beat the Lean Mean Machine. Square, he hit me from behind, and he beat on me, and he beat on me, and you take a good look, man. Because if this was you, you would be in the hospital, brother. But I was man enough to come back here, Moondog. I was man enough to come back here and get in the ring and wrestle and beat my opponent. U.S. title match, Moondog. I got a U.S. title match with you only because the NWA told Moondog he has to put the title up because he's afraid of me.
Now, wait a minute. We understand that Moondog put it up voluntarily.
Germany, weighing 265 pounds, the European champion, Baron Karl von Kropp, and his partner from Death Valley, California, weighing 310 pounds, the fabulous Ox Baker. Their opponent from Grenoble, France, weighing 424 pounds, the world's largest athlete, Andre the Giant. And his partner from Reno, Nevada, weighing 255 pounds, the world's most dangerous wrestler, Dick the Bruiser. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sam Maneker at ringside. And we pay the Giant working over the arm.
Alrighty, welcome to the third part of Wrestling 80. Let's go ahead as we watch this Andre Giant Dick the Bruiser against Ox Baker and Karl von Kropp from the Indianapolis's WWA. And let's go ahead and start with Dallas, Texas on February 17th, 1980, as David Von Erich defeated The Spoiler. Fritz Von Erich defeated Maniac Mark Lewin. Mr. Hito and Mr. Sakurada defeated Brian Blair and Les Thornton. Don Slatton defeated Killer Brooks. Rick Oliver defeated Jerry Brown by countout. Jonathan Boyd defeated Ted Heath. '17th of February 1980, Minneapolis, Minnesota for the TV taping for the AWA as Dino Bravo defeated Tommy Sharp. Jerry Blackwell defeated Al Ringo. Greg Gagne defeated The Beast. And Nick Bockwinkel defeated Kenny J. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, also for the AWA on the 17th of February, as the Crusher and Greg Gagne defeated Nick Bockwinkel and Super Destroyer Mark II, and of course he is Sergeant Slaughter underneath the mask. Adrian Adonis defeats Mad Dog Vachon. Bobby the Brain Heenan defeats Lord Alfred Hayes by disqualification. Jesse Ventura over Steve Olsanowski. Jerry Blackwell defeats Super Destroyer Mark II in 14:58. And in Dino Bravo defeats Chris Markoff in 10 minutes and 23 seconds. Also, Green Bay, Wisconsin had a card that day on the 17th of February for the AWA. Non-title cage match, the Crusher defeats AWA heavyweight champion Nick Bockwinkel. Adrian Adonis and Jesse Ventura fought a no contest with Dino Bravo and Greg Gagne. Super Destroyer Mark III underneath the mask is Neil Guay, of course, defeating Super Destroyer Mark II in 12:49. Jerry Blackwell over Steve Olsanowski in 18 minutes and 30 seconds, and Chris Markoff defeated Buck Zumhoff in 12:28. Fort Myers, Florida on February 17, 1980. Lights Out match, NWA Heavyweight Champion Harley Race against Dusty Rhodes. 2-ring battle royal featuring Andre the Giant. Women's champion Fabulous Moolah defeated Wendy Richter. Tatsumi Fujinami faced off with Hector Guerrero and Jeff Ports against Bubba Douglas. Orlando, Florida on the 17th of February. Dusty Rhodes defeated NWA Heavyweight Champion Harley Race by disqualification. Bad Leroy Brown and Bugsy McGraw defeated Andre the Giant and Manny Fernandez. Mike Graham and Jimmy Garvin defeated Florida Tag Team Champions Stanley Lane and Brian St. John by disqualification. Super Destroyer defeated Don Diamond, and of course Super Destroyer's Scott Irwin. Tatsumi Fujinami defeated Hector Guerrero. Gordon Nelson fought a draw with Jeff Ports. The Twin Devils defeated Bubba Douglas and Mike Miller. Frank Monty defeated Terry Taylor. February 17, 1980 in the Bronx, New York for an independent card. Bootsy Parker defeats El Hassan. Mr. Puerto Rico defeated Mike D. Blanco. Little Tokyo and Dirty Morgan defeats Cowboy Lang and Lone Eagle. Dixie Pinero defeats Ricky the Flyer. Cano Hernandez defeats The Invader. And Tito Santana defeats Hussein Arab by disqualification. And of course, Hussein Arab is Iron Sheik for those who have been watching the show. February 18, 1980, Fort Worth, Texas. Bruiser Brody and Kerry Von Erich defeats James J. Dillon, Mr. Hito, and Mr. Sakaruda. Kevin Von Erich defeats Jerry Brown. Les Thornton defeats Killer Tim Brooks by disqualification. Brian Blair defeats Ted Heath. Jonathan Boyd over Rip Oliver. Asheville, North Carolina for the Mid-Atlantic Territory in a Texas death match. Ric Flair defeats U.S. champion Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Ray the Crippler Stevens defeats Jay Youngblood. Tony Gurria and Johnny Weaver defeat your Mr. Wrestling 2. Plus, we saw Weaver on this program earlier. Defeated Swede Hansen and Dewey Robinson by disqualification. Matt Bourne defeated The Scorpion. Brooke Bernard defeated Bob Marcus and Abe Jacobs over Pretty Boy Doug Summers. And we're going to finish up February 18, 1980 with Madison Square Garden card in New York for WWF. Austin Idol makes his only Madison Square appearance ever as he defeated Jose Estrada in 7 minutes 26 seconds. But he wasn't the only one who's made an appearance that day in his only Madison Square Garden appearance, as Tommy Wildfire Rich defeats Johnny Rodz in 7:41. Hulk Hogan defeats Tito Santana by countout in 10:48. Sika defeats Ivan Putski by countout in 5:28. Bobby Duncombe defeats Dominic DeNucci in 11:21. WWF Heavyweight Champion Bob Backlund defeats Ken Patera by countout in 15:31, and special referee is Pat Patterson. Samoan Afa defeats Rene Goulet in 9 minutes 18 seconds. Cowboy Lang and Lone Eagle defeats Little Tokyo and Dirty Morgan in 6 minutes and 55. And Tony Atlas defeats Hussein Arab in 12:18. And I'll read the results for the rest of the card on part 4. And let's go ahead and rejoin this match in progress.
There's a punch to the face of Andre the Giant by the Ox. Dick has to get back to that corner. What a tag team match this is. Dick the Bruiser and Andre the Giant. Here comes Von Krupp on the tag. They both work on Andre. The crowd roaring. They're kicking Andre the Giant. Here comes Dick the Bruiser. Oh, they've thrown Andre the Giant out. Andre the Giant was thrown out over the top rope, and now Von Krupp and the Ox are both working on Dick the Bruiser. They kick Andre to keep him from getting in the ring, and Dick the Bruiser has taken some terrific punishment here as both these wrestlers are working him over. How can Dick take it? He's still on his feet. What a tough man. The Giant starts in to help him. Again, the Giant is kicked. He's kicked in the head. And they're still in there. They're still in there working on Dick the Bruiser. He's staying right with them. They're throwing punches at him. The referee trying to get some order in there. The Ox keeps kicking Andre to keep him. Outside, Dick the Bruiser is taking this terrific stand. We're just about out of our TV time. And we must close in the midst of all this action. Our director is Jerry Wheatley. We'll be back with you next week with more All-Star Championship Wrestling on TV.
So if it's going to take a whooping next week to straighten Gino Hernandez out, then that's what he's going to get, a whooping.
Good. Now, how about the muscle posing? All right, let me hold that robe for you, and I will hang on. All right, you just go about it, and I'll try to tell the people something about what you're doing. Now, notice the way he bunches up those muscles up on the top of his neck. This one is a favorite pose of all the people who want to show off their body. But you know, one of the things that is often missing here is the back pose. Look at the width of that man's back. The width of his back. Here again with a one-arm pose. But these muscles in the leg here, I think are...
Let me tell you something, Bosh. You invited me out here to do a promo. I didn't come out here to see a burlesque show. To see this man stand here posing with all kinds of muscles and all kinds of garbage, that does not make a wrestler. A wrestler is what I am. I am not a striptease artist, or I am not a bodybuilder.
I didn't say you weren't. I just was going to take you in the right time. What the...
You know, Harley Race, you let me tell you something. I always have a great deal of respect for you as a champion. But as a man, as an individual, I think you are a wreck.
So there. Now look, let's not stop anything here. Hey! Wait a minute. Well, I'll be doggone. We'll be back here in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. We'll return here in a moment. Thank you. Well, up in the ring, Gino Hernandez has been doing an awful lot of posing with his muscles. Tony Atlas just stepped into the ring. Gino withdrew. Here is Boyd Pierce.
Your first main event of the evening, in the blue corner, 2 out of 3 falls, 1 hour time limit, from Roanoke, Virginia, 250-pound, Mr. USA, Tony Atlas. And across the ring from Houston, Texas, 230-pound, Gorgeous Gino. Your referee, Bronco Blue.
Remember that before he started getting rough more often than he wrestled, he was basically a good, fine wrestler, and he still knows it. He was taught the rudiments of the game by his father. And muscles to know, the muscles of Tony Atlas right now are being submitted to a stress test that could change the complexion of this match. And Gino up there is making the most of it, trying to exude satisfaction over what he has done. Tony's outside. He has been shaken by the punishment with that chair. Gino is ready for him, and here is the effort to get back in the ring. He's got to make room for himself. Tony Atlas, and with every wallop, these fans let out a roar, and that roar just marked time for the blows that were falling. Oh, man, how it came in. And Tony came in there with a driving roar and hit that 22-inch arm of his in there. There is one of the things that Gino does well, and he is planning on doing it right now. We've got Gino Hernandez, the diving off that rope, and he dove and he landed. We've got a fall. The equalizing fall in this battle goes to Gino Hernandez. So Gorgeous Gino evens things, which means we will have a third and deciding fall between these two great young stars of the wrestling game. And we'll be back for it in just a moment. And as the bell sounds, and even before it sounded, Gino Hernandez had moved in there, and he was able to punctuate the sound of that bell with a wallop on the back of Tony Atlas' neck. This is the third and deciding fall of this match here at the Sam Houston Coliseum, and Gino has a definite advantage to start this third fall. So these fans here have seen Tony Atlas in some sensational matches. This is their first opportunity to see whether he can really recover from punishment. You see the grip on that trapezius muscle on the left side as Gino concentrates with the double grip, and the referee gives Atlas the option. He can quit if he wants to, and Atlas so far has not given any indication that he means to do anything except to rise up to his feet. And he's on his way, but this minimizes the hold to a great degree, and Gino recognized that fact, and before Atlas was well balanced, he was back on the canvas, because this gives Gino an opportunity to bore in there, to lean in there, and to take the grip solidly and lean in with his weight and to tighten up on it. And there's no sign that Tony Atlas is going to let this hold beat him. He found his mark. Atlas throws a tremendous wallop for a muscle man. You can never say that his weight training has done him any harm, for sure. There goes Atlas now to make sure that Gino doesn't stay out there as a refuge. He's got him and he gives him. Oh, man, he slammed him head first into that chair. And Gino bounced off that ring post. He hit it a blow and went flying to the floor, and he has to be a lot the worse for wear. Doing the pounding is Tony Atlas as he tries to set Gino Hernandez up, and he's got him in the bear hug. He's got the big squeeze on him. He's got the hold. He's putting those 22-inch arms to work, and the pressure, it must be enormous, because when a man with that kind of strength gets his arms around you and bears down, you're in trouble. So Atlas took a handful of face and ripped it across there. Gino met that turnbuckle before, but this one he's meeting again and again. And the bouncing is, he's got a, and Gino Hernandez hit that turnbuckle with tremendous force and regularity, and he is in trouble. Here comes Gino now, looking for the opportunity to get things off on an even keel, and he's even willing to shake hands in order to achieve it, but I don't think Tony's going to believe him. Crotch lift and a hard driving slam. Tony again. Oh man, he's got that arm of his, which is like hitting with a 2x4, and he is in great position. Oh, the fans tell him to do it again, He heard him. There's one, there's two, and Gino puts a foot over the rope. He may wish he hadn't. On top, Tony Atlas. 5 minutes have gone by, and this, the third and deciding fall of this battle. And he caught a knee right square in the face. He caught a driving knee. Tony had bent over and was just about to flip Gino over, and here is a back body drop, and Tony's in a bad way. Gino Hernandez going for the driving wallop off the top rope, and Atlas, he did it. Tony Atlas scores a 3-fall win, an upright